Hello, friends, and welcome into NFL Daily, presented today by Manscaped. Make sure you're nice and fresh downstairs. I know it's No Shave November. That does not apply to the stuff downstairs. That's only facial products. Make sure you're using Manscaped. 20% off, free shipping at manscaped.com/chat. It is time for a fresh batch of NFL Power Rankings. We're kind of at the midway point, but also not, because the numbers don't work anymore with the calendar. Either way, worst to first, beginning with the Houston Texans. I'm fine not trading Brandon Cooks. Why didn't you trade away Jerry Hughes? I don't understand. Not a fan of what Houston did. They are bottom feeders once again. The Detroit Lions did make a trade. I was pretty shocked that they dealt TJ Hawkinson. They've been competitive in some games, much like Houston, but at a certain point, gotta win those football games. All right, NFL fans, help us out. Share today's video on social media. I am asking you to help us out and share this video on Twitter, Facebook, text message, whatever. Help us out. Share today's video. When you do that, it means more shares, more views, more subscribers, more income for us. I can feed my family, and producer Jack can feed his cats as well. The Panthers at number 30, I think they should have won that game against the Falcons. I do not blame DJ Moore. Off the field, bad call on the official. Also, shouldn't be a flag in general. Come on, that's not the line. Let's be real here, fellas. Also, kicker, don't miss 2 kicks. Sorry. The Jacksonville Jags at number 29. They traded for Calvin Ridley. That was deadline this year was bonkers, right, folks? They're a better football team this year. They are not, however, as competitive as they should be. They're not finishing off games quite right. Red zone has been a big problem for them so far. The Pittsburgh Steelers, meanwhile, 2-6. They traded away Chase Claypool. They continue to head the wrong direction. They were actually 28 again. Just like last week, they stand pat after, just not being that great this year. The Raiders at number 27 on this list. They continue to slide. I'll be honest, that was an embarrassing performance against the New Orleans Saints. You can't get past midfield with your starting quarterback. What are we doing out there, fellas? Be better. The Denver Broncos, also one of the more disappointing teams so far this NFL season. They traded away Bradley Chubb. They were right to that. They have a first-round pick now. They're back in round 1, a big deal for them. But they've been a major disappointment so far this year. With us, kinda, sorta, not fully yet, being at the halfway point of this year, what video do you want in this time slot moving forward? Type in PR for Power Rankings each week, or PP, I know, but it's also brought to you by Manscaped, it's fine, for Playoff Picture. We will eventually make the switch to Playoff Picture. It doesn't have to be next week, though. So let me know. PR, PP, it's the pinned comment on today's video, brought to you by Manscaped. Head down there and let me know, especially if the ad break comes here on YouTube. The Chicago Bears sold Roquan Smith. Robert Quinn got aggressive and went out to get Chase Claypool, But they're 3-5. They're not viewed as a contender right now. These are the non-contenders who could make a miracle run, but no one believes in. The Saints at number 24. They actually move up a spot. The Bears dropped a spot after getting blown out by 20 against Dallas, despite what Harrison Graham says it wasn't that close of a game. The Saints are number 24. They got a big win over the Raiders, but that's not a good football team. The Saints are a game back of the NFC South. That makes no sense. Welcome to the NFL, folks. The Colts continue to slide the wrong way. They've traded Nyheim Hines. They've benched Matt Ryan. The Colts and the Saints and the Broncos and the Raiders, among others, have all been massive disappointments this year, and it's rather disappointing. I said the same word twice. It's bad. But of the surprise NFL teams in a bad way, who has been the biggest this year? The biggest disappointment, I guess you could say. Let me know in the comments right now. The Commanders at number 22. They are 4-4, part of the NFC Beast this year. But who here believes in the Commanders? I didn't think so. No one really believes in them, nor should we. Now, what you should believe in is Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code CHAT, that's C-H-A-T, over at manscaped.com/chat. The URL should automatically apply the promo code, but if not, just use promo code CHAT to make sure you get the 20% off deal and free shipping. The Lawnmower 4.0 is the best men's grooming product out there. It's a big reason why baby Olivia for myself is about to turn 1 year old. Manscaped.com/chat. Use promo code CHAT. Links in the comments section and in the description. Number 21, the Cleveland Browns. Big win over the Bengals, keeping those playoff hopes, however slim, alive. No trades by Cleveland. We will talk about the Bengals later on in today's video. The Browns move up a couple spots. The Cardinals drop again, 3-5. They have lived in that 18 to 20 range all year long. They're a weird team. I have no faith in them. All right, now for kind of actual real playoff contenders or teams we thought would be real playoff contenders. The Falcons are 4-4, and nobody quite believes in them. They stay where they were because they beat the Panthers. That's not that impressive of a win in the end. They should have beat the Bucs earlier this year, but they are your NFC South leaders, even though they're not highest on our power rankings, which not everyone agreed with here at Chat Sports. I'll leave it at that. The Packers at number 18. Big disappointment this year. Their offense looks bad. Their defense has not lived up to expectations either. They fall again in our rankings. The Patriots jump up a few spots this week to number 17. They beat a surprisingly good Jets team. We'll talk about them in a little bit here. I guess Mac Jones is the guy, not Bailey Zappi. Patriots are going to be around. That's what they're going to be with Bill Belichick until they figure out their entire roster minus Tom Brady. If you want free NFL, NBA, and college football videos, we were live for the NFL trade deadline yesterday and for the college football playoff rankings reveal. This is your spot. Hit that subscribe button right now, youtube.com/@chatsports. Free NFL, NBA, and CFB videos when you sub for free. The Bucs at 16, they slide several spots again. They have not been that good this year. It's a pretty big shocker, I guess I'll use, that the Bucs are several games below 500. They lost to the Panthers this year. They got to figure stuff out. There's talent there, up to Todd Bowles to not be a bad coach, I think. The Rams at 15, they are 3-4. This is these teams should be contenders category. We thought for sure they would be, and they've not lived up to expectations. The Bengals fit the exact same mold. By the way, I'm worried about them. The schedule gets really tough down the stretch. They've played Lamar Jackson, and that's kind of it in terms of the good starting QBs. They've got teams like the Titans and Chiefs down the stretch. Bengals got to figure out that offense ASAP, or they're going to be on the outside looking in of the playoff race this year. The Niners at number 13, they are 4-4, really closed well against the Rams. They jump up a spot, usurp the Rams this week. They're 500, very much in the mix for the NFC West. Time for the surprise team back-to-back here. The Jets at 5-3, a disappointing loss, I know, against the Patriots, but hey, if I told you were 5-3, every Jets fan would have said, where do I sign? Who do I have to sacrifice? They'd have been all for it, and I don't blame them for that one at all. The Seahawks, meanwhile, are 5-3 as well. They are the leaders in the NFC South, or excuse me, NFC West. No one saw that one coming, but Seattle's offense is legitimately good. Geno Smith is actually playing super well. They might be for real this season. The Chargers at 10, they stand pat. Seattle, by the way, jumped almost in the top 10 after being outside that list last week. LA, they got Justin Herbert, and they were viewed as a dark horse Super Bowl team this year. They've not lived up to that expectation so far, but they are a very real playoff threat. So too are the Miami Dolphins, up several spots. They actually jumped the Chargers, due in no small part, I believe, to the Bradley Chubb trade. A first-round pick the Dolphins did give up. They're probably going to pay Chubb, plus a future draft pick in Chase Edmonds, who was bad for them. Who do you think won the NFL trade deadline? Let me know in the comments. Pick a team, player, or coach who won this year's trade deadline. Tennessee is number 8 on our list. They're 5-2. They jump in the top 10. The last two teams all skyrocketed up there. Tennessee won a football game against the bad Texans team with Malik Willis throwing 10 passes. Good job, Tennessee. It's still Tannehill, though, as the franchise for now, at least. Number 7, the Baltimore Ravens slide up a spot, taking down the Bucs feels like a month ago, even though it's only been barely a week, against the Bucs on Thursday Night Football. Been a long couple days here. They're 7, a team they lost to. The Giants are number 6 at 6-2. They could not take down Seattle. They get the advantage because of the better head-to-head record. They are 6-2, and the NFC Beast continues to be really good this year. Every team is 500 or better, the best record across all 4 teams in the NFL. From a positive surprise standpoint, who is the biggest one in the NFL this year? I think the Giants stand out to me. That's my pick. Producer Patrick probably wants to with Vikings, but I'm going with New York Giants. Let me know what you think in the comments. The Cowboys and Giants flip spots this week. The Cowboys beat the Bears. Giants lose to Seattle. They both have the 6-2 mark. Cowboys have the head-to-head tiebreaker with Cooper Rush, mind you. Dallas made no trades, but they are number 5 in our power rankings. No changes in our top 4. Minnesota, as Producer Patrick and I talk about, he's a big Vikings fan. They have not played a complete game of football, and I'd argue not even a complete 3 quarters of football. Their second half team, they're first half team right now. Minnesota 6-1 though. They keep winning. The Chiefs stay at number 3 at 5-2, a slot back of the Buffalo Bills, who check in at 6-1. They've been impressive so far this year. But until they lose a football game, I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen, and the voters continue to agree. The Philadelphia Eagles are once again a unanimous number 1. The Bills were unanimous number 2. Those are the only unanimous spots we had. Not even last place was unanimous. Vikings, Chiefs, Bills, Eagles once again round out the top 4. At some point there will be changes, but there's got to be some losses there first. So grade our power rankings, A, B, C, D, or F. Head down to the comment section. We can take your positive or negative comments. Let us know right now.